Imagine making $5,000 in just 7 days using only AI tools you probably didn't know existed. Sounds impossible, right? But that's exactly what happened when I decided to test the AI money strategies that creators and entrepreneurs are quietly using behind the scenes. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how it worked, step by step, including the tools, the mistakes, and the surprising results that most people would never believe. By the end of this video, you will know how AI can generate real income fast, why most people fail at it, and the one strategy that made all the difference. And trust me, you don't need a huge following, coding skills, or even prior experience to get started. But before we get to the payoff, I almost gave up on day 3. Here is why. Let me be honest with you. A week before this experiment, I had zero expectation this would work. Not because AI doesn't work, we've seen all the hype, but because most of what you see online is surface level. People show you tools, they don't show you results. And more importantly, they don't show you the failures behind the results. So, I decided to test it myself. No theory, no fluff, just one simple go. Can AI actually make real money fast? 7 days, no audience, no prior setup, just me, a laptop and a few AI tools. The rules I set to make this realistic, I gave myself constraints: no paid ads, no outsourcing, no pre-existing business, under $50 total investment. If this works under these conditions, then almost anyone watching this could replicate it. The strategy, or what I thought was a strategy. At the start, I picked 3 categories of AI tools: content generation to create products or services, design tools to make everything look professional, automation tools to scale without burning out. Simple enough, right? That's what I thought too. But within the first few hours, I ran into the first problem. The real challenge nobody talks about. It wasn't the tools. It wasn't even the competition. It was this: what do people actually want to pay for? Because AI can create almost anything, but almost anything doesn't sell. And this is exactly where most people fail. They generate content, but no one is buying it. So, I spent hours researching trending niches, high demand services, underserved markets, and somewhere in that process, I stumbled onto something interesting. A niche that was small, overlooked, but extremely high demand. And there's the weird part: it didn't look profitable at first. In fact, I almost ignored it, but that decision ended up changing everything. Day 1, reality hits. I started with the AI content tool, typed in my first prompt, hit generate, and it was bad, like really bad. The writing felt robotic, the structure was off, it didn't feel like something anyone could pay for. For a moment, I thought, yeah, this isn't going to work. But instead of quitting, I tried something different. I didn't change the tool, I changed how I used it. The first breakthrough, I started experimenting with prompts, not just telling AI what to do, but how to think, adding context, giving examples, refining tone. And suddenly, the output changed. Not slightly, dramatically. What looked like junk before started looking like something you could actually sell. That's when it clicked. AI isn't the shortcut, it's the amplifier. Day 2, the silence. Now I heard something usable, so I listed it, uploaded it to platforms, optimized titles, added descriptions, and then nothing happened. No clicks, no messages, no sales, just silence. And this is where most people quit, because it feels like failure. But it's not, it's feedback. The hidden opportunity. Instead of panicking, I looked closer. Who was actually searching for this? What keywords were being used? Where was the demand coming from? And that's when I saw it. A tiny segment of people actively looking for exactly what I curated. But barely anyone was serving them. Low competition, high intent. That was the moment I stopped gazing and started targeting. Day 3, the turning point. I woke up, checked my dashboard, but there it was, $29. Not a lot, but it meant something. Someone I've never met found my work valuable enough to pay for it. That changes your mindset instantly. But here is the part most people miss. That first sale isn't about money, it's about validation. Because now you know this works. And then I almost quit, ironically, right after that first win. Things slowed down again. No new sales for hours. Doubt started creeping in. Was that just luck? Is this even scalable? This is the dangerous moment, because you are close, but it doesn't feel like it. The decision that changed everything. Instead of quitting, I doubled down. I looked at what worked in that first sale, what the buyer responded to, how I could improve it. Then I made one key change. I started offering customization. Day 4 to 5, momentum builds. This is where things shifted. Instead of generic outputs, I created tailored solutions. Something specific, something valuable, something harder to replace. And suddenly, sales started coming in. Not just one, Not just 2, but consistently. By the end of day 5, $1,200. At this point, it felt real, but also fragile because I noticed something worrying. The hidden problem: the platform I was using had limitations, visibility issues, algorithm changes, competition spikes. If I stayed there, growth could stall or worse, disappear. So I had to make a choice: stay comfortable or pivot. New platform, new positioning, better offer, and this time I moved faster because now I had data. I knew what people wanted, what they were willing to pay, what messaging worked, and I combined all of it. Meanwhile, I introduced automation, repetitive tasks, handled, delivery, streamlined, communication, optimized. By evening, $3,200. At this point, it wasn't luck anymore, it was a system. Day 7, the final push. Last day, I went all in. Everything I'd learned, applied at once: better targeting, faster delivery, stronger offers, and most importantly, confidence, because now I wasn't guessing, I understood the process. By the end of the day, total revenue $5,054. 7 days from zero. But here is the real story. It wasn't about the money. It was about how it happened. Let's break this down, because if you just look at the number, you will miss the point. Lesson 1: AI doesn't create value, you do. Their tools didn't make money, the application did. Same tool, different strategy, different results. Lesson 2: the first $29 was everything. That small win, it proved demand, and once demand is proven, scaling becomes a process, not a mystery. Lesson 3: speed beats perfection. Most people overthink. I tested, adjusted, moved quickly. That's what created momentum. the tool stack, simple but powerful, AI content generator, tool creation, AI design tool, tool presentation, automation platform, tool scale. That combination, that's leverage. The numbers. Total investment under $50. Total revenue $5,054. Time 7 days. That's not normal, but it is possible. And here is the truth most people ignore. Opportunities like this don't stay easy forever. Actionable and human lessons. If you want to try this yourself, don't copy what I did. Understand why it worked. Number 1, don't chase tools. Chase demand. Start with what are people already paying for? Then use AI to deliver it better. Number 2, focus on small niches. Big markets is equal to competition. Small niches is equal to opportunity. Number 3, validate fast. Don't wait weeks. Get feedback immediately. Even if it's just one sale. Number 4, adapt quickly. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. Stay flexible. Number 5, combine creativity plus automation. This is the real age. AI handles volume, you handle strategy. And when you combine both, you create leverage most people never reach. So, here is the real question. Not does AI work, but are you using it the right way? Because what you've seen here is just the beginning. There are creators right now quietly building income streams using strategies most people haven't even discovered yet. And in the next video, we are diving into something even crazier. How I tried faceless AI videos for 7 days. Here is how much they paid me. So, if you don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe and check out the AI Money Experiments playlist. Because the AI economy, it's not coming, It's already here, and the people who understand it early are the ones who win.